How's it going, everybody? John MacLennan here, and in today's video I'm going to teach you how to play Everything as recorded by Buble on guitar. This is a beautiful song that starts off with this really cool acoustic guitar line that's sort of played in unison with the piano. I'm going to break down this entire song for you step by step. Now the song does have a lot of chords in it and a number of different sections. It even does something called a modulation, which is where you take the chord progression that we're in and you move it up to a new key. So I'm going to explain everything that you need to know in the song, but there's a lot to cover, so this is going to be a two-part lesson. In today's lesson, we're going to cover the first part of the song. We're going to go through the intro and the first verse, the first chorus, the second verse, and the second chorus. But before we get into it, I really appreciate you checking out the links below. I've got a free book that's all about soloing. It's a little bit more of an advanced book, so if you're into playing a song like this and you want to learn to solo over these changes, you have to learn to play through the chord progression, and that's something that this book talks a lot about. It's going to show you how to play licks over major, minor, and dominant chords, and you can download that completely for free at the link below. All right, well, with that said, let's dive into today's lesson. Let's break down how to play Everything as recorded by Buble. Now we're going to start with this intro that has a really beautiful acoustic guitar part that's kind of doubled in unison with the piano. Here's what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to start on the second fret of the third string. Then we'll skip to the second fret of the first string. Then back. Then go to the first fret. Then back up to that second fret on the first string. Open first string. Third fret of the second string. Then I play that third fret again and do this little arpeggio. So. Now that little arpeggio, I've planted down a D chord, and I'm going to play strings 4, 3, 1. Then I'll continue the riff like before. So all together. Now here we have a little variation. So this is the open G, open third string there. And then we're going to play 3 on the second string and 2 on the first string. Then open E, third fret on the second string, and then again. And then really what's happening here is you've got a D chord to a sus4. It's a quick like 1 to 5. But what we can play is just the guitar part on the recording. It sounds like you just hear 2 notes, but really the chord is that. So sometimes I'll put the whole chord down, like, and then you're into the verse. So altogether, the intro sounds like this, which keep in mind, this is going to come back as a re-intro later in the song. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next up is a 16-bar verse, and I'm going to break this down into 2 parts. I'll play the first 8 bars for you. Here's what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. so let's go over these chords. I'm playing a D to a B minor 7, then an E7. Now the groove for this is this anticipated 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. So it's kind of a 1 and then the and a 2 like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's kind of the general groove here for the entire song, really. So we're starting D, B minor 7, E7 for a bar. Then we go to G, and I play this with this Hendrix chord, you know, the 3rd fret with the thumb, and then 5, 4, 3, 3. But you could do just straight G if you want, like that open position G, that'll work. I just like this sound of going G to then G with an A in the bass, so I'm playing from 5 down there with that open A. So you get that like. Now, of course, an easier way to do that might be just G to A sus4. So da da da. Here's the easy way. Then that's D to A sus4 again. Then that repeats. Or you could use this other chord, which would sound like this. Now, the reason why I like this chord is because the next section, the next 8 bars, play the same exact chords, but we make one edit, which is kind of an interesting edit here. So instead of going G to G over A, or the A7, or the A sus4 rather, you can go G minor to A7 sus4. So that's the only change in the next 8 bars. So it'd start the same way, D, B minor 7, E7. This time G minor, A sus4. Minor. It's a subtle change, but it's in there. So I'll play this entire section. Just as a recap, we're going to play the major chord, the G major, the first 2 times, and then the next 2 times it's going to become minor. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Minor. Here we go. Now, in the last bar, we don't do the A sus4, we just stay on the D. So the last time is like. Chorus. So that was the chorus into the re-intro there. Now what I played for the chorus was G to A, D to B minor 7. So those chords are 2 chords per bar. So we're, again, changing on the and of 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then we do it again. G to A, this time D to D7. Okay, so. The next 4 bars, we go G, F sharp 7, B minor. You know, or B minor 7. You can use the same chord. Sometimes I'll interchange these. You know, B minor 7, especially in a song like this. So then E7, G minor, and then you can put the A in the bass. So. Okay, now here we go back to the intro riff, but it's half the length. So we go straight to that kind of G minor sound. So it's that the reintro here is half the length. It starts and then straight to the open G. And then da 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 da. And we're back to the verse. Have fun practicing Everything by Michael Buble on guitar. I hope you got some value out of today's video. Be sure to take it slow with each section and give your hands time to get used to some of those new chord shapes. Before you go, don't forget to download my free book, Melodic Expressions. And along with the book, you can also get my free blues training series where you're gonna get some videos that are not on YouTube with detailed tabs, completely free lessons, so check that out at the link below. As always, leave any song requests in the comments below. I'm constantly keeping an eye on the comments for future video ideas, so get those in down below. Thanks for your support here on the channel, and we'll see you next time.